behalf of MARPE Diplo team, I welcome everyone who is with us on this webinar. Taking into account the international context increasingly characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity, VUCA world, this increasingly sharpened the challenge in terms of relations between nations and people, but also in the relationship between transnational organizations with nations and with people where those organizations are located. Professor Bolewski. He is a professor of international law and diplomacy and a former German diplomat. He is publishing on new dimensions of diplomacy, including the role of multinational corporations and non-state actors.
In order to perform the function of governing the unknowable, leaders will have to imagine a state-of-the-art everyday reality whenever the status quo is untenable, learning to live with systemic uncertainty. Since this cannot be fully rationalized, emotional intelligence and empathy are needed to avoid a reality shock. The growing relationship between business and the external shareholders also emphasizes the urgency for diplomatic skills and sheds new light on the virtues of diplomacy. International society is in demand of content-sensitive orientation knowledge to assess, adjust, and accommodate diplomacy's essentials, which are human factor interdependency and interactions, the so-called diplomacy for good, to new expectations of the public sphere. This nascent knowledge area, turning into an innovative management practice, has developed over the last decade, dealing with geopolitics and non-commercial risks in international relations by sharing social societal responsibilities among government and business. The concept is known as, we all know, corporate diplomacy. Today's societal purpose of international management is not merely business. And business is not an end in itself, but its social impact should also serve a common good purpose. Moreover, corporate diplomacy provides the soft power for non-state diplomatic actors, as I said, multilateral NGOs, even smart cities associations, to increase their activities and follow their own agenda in the international arena, as well as to engage in providing solutions to global problems such as climate change. Global catastrophes like pandemics demonstrate the urgency for public-private partnership in solidarity between government and business for a human-centered security. In smart social management to be relevant in a new normal and to sustain performance in the coming decades, radical reimagining and boldness inspired by principled pragmatism are in demand. This is the time for multi-actor, networked responsibility to attach purpose-driven conditions to emergency policies and to promote a change of culture towards a multi-stakeholder mindset for global political and social economy. What I call the passage from Homo economicus to Homo societatis.
It's also very insightful to see the need for more whistleblowers and leaders prepare to set the path towards a better world where it is possible to distinguish purposes for life instead of interest-driven objectives.